There are so many different combinations and credit card setups that are out there that it can be difficult to figure out which credit cards you actually need to be able to travel for free and maximize the points that you get from all of your daily purchases. But I do have a solution for you because I found the only 5 credit cards that you actually need to be able to maximize the value that you can get from all of the potential daily purchases that you could make and be able to take all of the points that you are earning and then redeem those points for maximum value in order to experience some really cool travel redemptions such as luxury hotels, first-class flights, and overall being able to travel the world for free using credit card points. So if we jump right into my list for the only 5 credit cards that you need, the first card on my list is going to be the American Express Gold Card. The Amex Gold Card has a public welcome bonus offer of being able to earn 60,000 American Express points if you're able to spend $4,000 or more in the first 6 months. And this card does have an annual fee of $250, but the nice thing is you are going to get $240 worth of credits. So you're going to get a $120 Uber credit that I personally use for Uber Eats. And then you'll also get a $120 dining credit. And I've been able to maximize the full $240 in value from those credits, which has lowered my effective fee on the Gold Card down to just $10. But the real reason that the American Express Gold Card is going to be one of the only 5 credit cards that you need is going to be because of the point multipliers, as the American Express Gold Card is going to give you point multipliers of 4x back at restaurants worldwide, 4x back at US grocery stores, 3x back on flights, and then 1x back on everything else. Basically, the Amex Gold Card is going to be your daily driver card, which basically means that the Amex Gold Card is going to get you that high multiplier in your most common spending categories, which for a lot of people are going to be restaurants and grocery stores. So if you are someone who is a foodie just like myself, then the Amex Gold Card is going to work really well as your daily driver card to get you those high multipliers for those food-related spending categories. And then on this card, you'll also be able to transfer all of the points that you're earning out to American Express's travel partners, which can basically double the potential value that you're getting. If for whatever reason the Amex Gold Card is just not a good fit for you, then another option as your daily driver card would be the Citi Premier Card, because the Citi Premier Card is going to give you elevated multipliers in a lot of the most common spending categories. If we jump into the next card that made my list for the only 5 credit cards that you need, the next card on my list is going to be the Citi Double Cash. The reason that the Citi Double Cash made my list for the only 5 credit cards that you need is because the Double Cash card is a foundational card in the sense that it's going to increase your floor for the amount of value that you're always going to be getting. Basically, the Citi Double Cash gives you 2% cash back on all purchases, so no matter whether you go out and buy a dog toy or go out to eat at a restaurant or book a flight, no matter what your purchase is, you're always going to get 2% cash back. So in conjunction with the Amex Gold Card, the Amex Gold Card is going to be your daily driver that covers a lot of your main spending categories. But what do you do if you have some purchases that fall outside of those main categories? Well, that's exactly where a foundational credit card like the Citi Double Cash comes into play, because the Double Cash is going to increase your floor to still get 2% cash back for all those purchases that fall outside of your main spending categories that are covered by your other credit cards. If you want another option besides the Citi Double Cash as the foundational card in this 5-card setup, another option would be the Chase Freedom Unlimited, which does give you a little bit lower of a rate of 1.5% cash back on all purchases, but you will also get the access to the Chase ecosystem and the fantastic travel partners that comes with that access. But if you want to make sure that you're getting the maximum value from these 5 credit cards, then you'll want to check out the sponsor for today's video, Kudos. Kudos is a free shopping extension that works on your computer and your iPhone to help you get the most amount of rewards back from your credit cards whenever you shop online. So with summer right around the corner and the average household being projected to spend $2,644 on travel, it's going to be really important to make sure that you're picking the right credit card for every purchase and you're maximizing the potential added value that Kudos can give you. And one thing that I love about Kudos is that not only does it help me pick the best credit card for every purchase when I'm shopping online, but the Kudos Boost feature will actually double the amount of cash back that I'm getting at a bunch of popular websites. But don't just listen to me, here are some actual reviews from Kudos Chrome and App Store pages. Steph G writes that Kudos gives me the peace of mind that I'm choosing the best credit card for every purchase that I make. And then Annie A writes that I love the autofill feature and that Kudos makes it so I don't have to remember which credit card to use at checkout to get the most points. It's time to save money this summer, and it's super important to make sure that you're using the right credit card, and the best way to do that is to utilize Kudos, which has saved the average user over $750 per year. So don't wait, use the code Matt to get Kudos for free by clicking the link below or going to joinkudos.com/Matt. That's joinkudos.com/Matt so that they know that I sent you. Your future you is going to thank you later. All right, the next card that you need for this 5-card setup is going to be the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which is going to be your core travel card. The Chase Sapphire Preferred has a public welcome bonus offer of being able to receive 60,000 Chase points when you're able to spend $4,000 or more in the first 3 months of having the card. And by the way, I do have links to the welcome bonuses for a lot of the cards that I'm discussing down in the description of this video. So if you're interested in getting any of these cards, then feel free to go check that out because it really helps to support the channel and I really appreciate it. The Sapphire Preferred does have a $95 annual fee, but the card also does have a $50 hotel credit that can help to lower your effective fee on this card down to $45. And the reason that the Chase Sapphire Preferred is one of the only 5 credit cards that you need is because the Sapphire Preferred is going to give you the core travel benefits that are essential to anyone's credit card setup. The Chase Sapphire Preferred is going to give you 25% high redemption value when you redeem your Chase points through the Chase travel portal. And then the Chase Sapphire Preferred is also going to give you the ability to transfer out all of your Chase points to Chase's travel partners, which I think are the best travel partners out there and include some high redemption value partners like Hyatt. In any credit card setup, it's going to be important to optimize your setup and multipliers to hit all of your major spending categories, but it's also going to be just as important to redeem all of those points for the highest value possible. So as an example, let's say that you went with the Chase Freedom Unlimited as your foundational card in this 5-card setup. Well, then you would actually be able to take all of the points that you're earning on your Freedom Unlimited as your catch-all card and then transfer those points up to your Chase Sapphire Preferred. And then from your Chase Sapphire Preferred, you can transfer all those points out to Chase's travel partners, which is going to maximize your redemption value upside and can basically double the amount of value that you're getting from your Chase points. Ultimately, it's really important to have a core travel card in your credit card setup that has access to some fantastic travel partners, such as with Chase, because that core travel card is what's going to allow you to travel the world for free or stay in some luxury hotels or fly first class if you want to. I do think the Chase Sapphire Preferred is probably going to be the best fit for the vast majority of people, because the annual fee isn't too high, it's only $95. But if you do want to take the next step and you don't mind paying a really high annual fee, then another option as your core travel card would be the American Express Platinum, because you could potentially get a ton of added value from all of the travel benefits on that card. The 4th card on my list that you need is going to be the Capital One Venture X, which is going to serve as your keeper card in this 5-card setup. The Capital One Venture X has a public welcome bonus offer of being able to receive 75,000 Capital One miles if you're able to spend $4,000 or more in the first 3 months of having the card. And then the Capital One Venture X has an annual fee of $395, but you are going to get a $300 annual travel credit and 10,000 bonus miles every single year, which is going to give you $400 in value. Or in other words, if you simply just use these 2 credits and do nothing else on the card, you're going to get more value than the fee every year. And that is exactly why the Capital One Venture X is one of the only 5 credit cards that you need, because it's going to serve the purpose of being a keeper card in your credit card setup. And what I mean by keeper card is that there are specific tangible credits on the card that offset the annual fee, which gives you positive value on the card every year. So in the case of the Capital One Venture X, the annual travel credit and the bonus miles already completely wipe out the annual fee. But then on top of that, you're also going to get excellent point multipliers, access to the Capital One Premier Hotel Collection, and lounge access. The Capital One Venture X is going to be my #1 pick for the best keeper card in your credit card setup. But if you do want another option, then another option would be the Chase World of Hyatt card, which is going to give you a free night certificate for a Hyatt Category 1 through 4 property each year, which is going to give you more value than the annual fee on that card every year. Finally, the last card that made my list for the only 5 credit cards that you need is going to be the Hilton Aspire card, which is going to serve the purpose of being the niche Loyalist card in your setup. The Hilton Aspire card has a public welcome bonus offer of being able to receive 150,000 Hilton Honors points if you're able to spend $4,000 or more in the first 3 months of having the card. And the annual fee on the Hilton Aspire card is going to be $450, but you are going to get two $250 credits, which are going to be a $250 Hilton Resort credit and a $250 airline fee credit. They can make a huge dent in that annual fee. But even more than that, the reason that the Aspire card made my list for the only 5 cards that you need is because the Hilton Aspire card is my #1 pick to fit the category of being a niche loyalist card. And what I mean by that is that the more that you travel, the more that you start to develop a liking for specific travel brands. So like depending on where you live and what your preferences are, you might just naturally fly on specific airlines or stay at specific hotel brands more often. And in that case, it makes sense to get a specific niche credit card that's going to give you airline or hotel specific benefits. With the Hilton Aspire card, you're going to get a lot of Hilton specific benefits. So you'll get automatic Hilton Diamond status every year, which is actually going to be the highest status within Hilton. Then you'll also get an automatic free night certificate, which is going to be completely uncapped. So you can use that free night certificate to stay at some pretty luxurious Hilton properties throughout the world. But if you simply just want to be a free agent and keep your travel strategy as broad as possible, then for this category, instead of going for a niche loyalist card, you could go for a niche category card, which would be something like the Citi Custom Cash, and which you could use that card to get a really high multiplier for a specific category like gas stations. So to recap, the only 5 credit cards that you need are going to be the American Express Gold Card, the Citi Double Cash, the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the Capital One Bench Rex, and then the Hilton Aspire. These cards will cover all of your bases in terms of the spending categories that they cover, while also giving you a lot of additional travel benefits and allowing you to redeem your points for free travel. And if for some reason one of these credit cards does not work for you, well then I gave alternatives for every single one of these options so that you'll be in the best position to create the best possible credit card setup for your own situation. But even though these are the only 5 credit cards that you need, if you want an even simpler setup, then go watch this video next where I talk about the Capital One Duo and how overpowered and underrated this setup truly is for 2023. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I appreciate all of you for watching till the end, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace.